Hey guys, Be Good Burb here. So, I I was actually just watching Xenoverse's first video doing the same thing because there are some things that he said that I do not agree with, and I wanted to give my own opinion. I did this video actually a while back, but that was a more edited style of video, and I think something like this would be better. So yeah, I guess these are in alphabetical order, so I guess that's fine. I don't really care too much to change them up, so yeah, let's just get started with Accelerator. Okay, this, I know it sounds like obvious, but ASO is S tier because some of the things I'm considering is what would the game be like if this tower just did not exist? This would come
unplayable, especially hardcore.
This game would change so much. This game becomes entirely strategy instead of just spamming ASOs. It makes late games so much different. And without Accelerator, like, the game becomes so much harder. So Accelerator really has to go top tier. Sure, it has a lot of drawbacks, but if you can see past those drawbacks, it's really, really good. Because the early levels, even then, they can still shred if you use them correctly. You need to use early levels with range-efficient spots, or else it's useless. Ace Pilot, like, it's really good. See, pros even use it. I'm gonna put it in A for now. I might move it down, but see, Ace Pilot is just so good because it can destroy early game because it's absurd DPS. Its drawback with it flying around is not enough of a drawback for it to stop this from being such a good tower. It's so cheap in the shop, so you could really use this for DPS if you're a budget player. That's also another thing I'm considering. Okay, Archer fell off. Like, all I'm saying. Pre-overhaul Archer was so much better. That thing costed like $200 and had absurd DPS.
Yeah.
Dude, shut up. You weren't even there.
I don't care.
Alright.
10,000?
Yeah, now Archer is so bad because it just can't deal with early game, can't deal with mid game, and can't deal with late game. It's just a way to set up Archer. Okay, Commander, that's an instant S tier. Like, Commander sure got nerfed so much, but Commander, it's so good because, like, this just goes with ASO. If ASO didn't exist, this would also just become Garbo. Wow. It just makes all towers with high fire rates super, super good. Especially Commander chaining is so good. Okay, Commando is with Archer with an event tower that fell off. Pre-mega Commando was really good. You can see that in Retro TDS. Its DPS was really good, especially with stuff like Rothbug, and also like how so many towers didn't have super good DPS. Now we have stuff like ASL and Minigunner having its fire rate not be hindered by Rothbug. Yeah. Cowboy, this is so good. The thing is, I'm considering, like, how do you have to get it? Like, sure, this is good, but you basically cannot get it without ASL. You need some really good strategy to get this without ASL or NG. Crook Boss, okay. I know Crook Boss is, like, super good, but, like, normal Crook Boss, it's, like, meh. This is probably, like, bot. Okay, I think I should move that to A. This, like, Crook Boss is not super good. Okay, Devilman's overrated. Like, remember when John Roblox was like, this is the best tower in the game? Yeah, no. Devilman is so bad. Its fire rate is so slow. Its splash damage is minimal. And no hidden detection just makes it so bad.
Sorry, I just got, like...
Okay, DJ.
Sorry.
S tier, I think so. Because...
Me talking.
Yeah. It would make towers so much harder to get early. Like, Polluted Wastelands, like, becomes bordering impossible without TJ because you can't get the max level ASL for the amalgamation in time, most likely, without DJ. And the range buff is just so useful because It makes some paths, like some bad paths, can become really range efficient if you have DJ. Electroshocker. Oh, oops. Electroshocker is so bad. Electroshocker is so bad. Okay, it's not super bad, but like mid D tier, I think. Okay, NG has no drawbacks at all. It cannot be stunned. See, like, most people overlook NG because, it has less DPS than A-Cell. But A-Cell can be stunned and has its weird targeting system where it won't walk off of an enemy unless that enemy is dead. But NG doesn't have any of that. Because if you're, like, example, let's say you're speedrunning Fallen. Your loadout's, like, Gladiator, A-Cell, Commander, DJ. If the Fallen King summons, you have to scramble to get a Gladiator at the back to kill the Fallens. But with NG, you don't have to worry about that because it'll kill the Fallens itself. So, yeah. Executioner's really good. See, this is, like, one of the good, like, newer event towers. Okay, can it stop moving the screen? This is, like, pretty good. Because if you set it to farthest, it can hit so many zombies at once. This thing just takes out crowds. This thing destroys crowds. That's its real use. Because I feel like people misuse this. This can be used as early game, if need be. If you're trying some really hard challenge, like, example, when I was trying to do, like, I remember I was trying to do, solo Winter Stronghold with event towers. Executioner, I used it for the game before Cowboy got buffed. Farm, listen, if we're judging this based on how towers would impact the game if they're gone, Farm is an instant S tier. No questions asked. Because Farm changes the entire game.
Can I say something?
What?
Bro, Cowboy would be the new Farm.
Cowboy would be the new Farm if Farm died. Because if you can farm correctly, Farm just gives you so much money. See, Farm's harder to use than Cowboy, but if you use Farm, it's really, really good. And the thing is, I feel like most people misuse Farm. Like, they start farming so much, and then they die. But Farm can really make you be able to get, like, stuff like A-Cells early, which you really need to be able to do with some things. Okay, F tier. Okay, what just happened? Oh, hold on, I gotta cut to get back. Oh, wait, no, I could just go do this.
What happened?
They closed out of it.
But, what's instant F?
Freezer.
Nothing else to say.
This has one use, and that's with Sledger, to get more crits. But that's mid. Okay, Frost Blaster, I really can't rate because I don't even have it. Okay, Gladiator. I don't think I even need to explain this. Gladiator is, like, the speed running, like, if you could, like, show TDS speed running in one image, it would be Gladiator. This thing can do early game, mid game. This can solo Fallen up until wave 30. Along with Farm and Commander, of course, but, like, that's a lot to say for just this one tower. And this is a melee tower, and it has such absurd DPS because this struggles past wave 30 of Fallen. But this thing can take out, like, speedy bosses by itself, which saves so much time. Okay, Golden Cowboys and also... Okay, I think I need to start removing some things from S. DJ is, like, top A tier, I think. And, yeah, okay, I think that's basically it. Or maybe I'll move some other things down. Nah. Okay, so Cowboy, right? Cowboy is so good. Golden Cowboy is, like, required. Like, did you say that A-Cryptid's been able to... Okay, A-Cryptid's trying to solo Fallen. Like, 2 people have been able to solo... Not Fallen. Hardcore mode. It's all because of Golden Cowboy. Like, stuff like... like, any solo thing... Golden Cowboy is so useful because it can do damage and be early game and also be money. It saves you an extra tower slot that you can use to bring engineer, which you need for more DPS. So then we have Golden Crook Boss. This is like high A. This is like high A tier. Not better than DJ, but this just makes Crook Boss so much better. Also, I'm pretty sure Executioner is better than normal Crook Boss. This just makes Crook Boss so much better because Crook Boss will like miss the merchants. Like, example, like if you're using Crook Boss for normal mode in early game for some reason, it cannot one shot normals at level 1 or level 2. But Golden Crook Boss can one shot normals at level 1. So that's like really good. At level 2 is so good because it just does so much DPS with like the fire rate buff and stuff. And the guards also are just like an extra thing on top. Minigunner?
Hashtag Bob and Jim and John.
Golden Minigunner is kind of like, it's not what Ice Pilot's not as good. I think Ice Pilot should be down there. Okay. So, Golden Minigunner, really, like, after Golden Perks, Golden Minigunner has kind of been worse. Sure, spamming level 2s is pretty good. But it's not as good as stuff like Golden Crook Boss or Golden Cowboy. This is a pretty good one to get. But it's not, like, super good. This is, okay. Golden Scout is really helpful because this is early game for people who don't have Gladiator. So I'm gonna put this like above Golden Cowboy, but like, okay, Golden Pyro is like super good because Golden Pyro, this thing can entirely like delete hiddens, and the fact it gets them from base level is so good. And defense melting is such an asset. Like, you can do so much with defense melting. Okay. Golden Soldier sucks, okay? Golden Soldier, it scams you, and $500 for early game, just use Golden Scout. Sure, that's $600, but at least I can deal with Wave 10 without so much upgrades. The Golden Scout's just so much cheaper. You don't even have to place 3. If you're doing Molten mode, you can place 2. Like, yes. And with Golden Soldier, you don't have the flexibility of it being multiple towers. It's one tower. You don't get to choose. Golden Soldier, it's not good. Okay. Hunter is so bad. Hunter has always been bad, as far as I know. Because it does so little damage. Its flying detection was cool when it came out, but now it's just irrelevant. Because this thing just does so little damage and such a slow fire rate.
When does it even get flying detection?
I think it has it from base level.
Okay.
Medic is high A. I think that's where it should be. Because Medic is so good because you basically need it. Because the unstun just does so much work. Like before this, stuns were just such a problem. But Medic, aside from the unstun, is so useless. Like, aside from it being at max level, it's so useless. Its healing ability sucks because it's so expensive to get early, which is the only time that tanking HP matters, is in early game. Past that, you're probably going to die if you take damage, unless you get lucky. Which Medic isn't going to save you, unless you're, like, have a super high HP cap like me. Even then, it's still not that good. Okay, Milton's really good. Like, this is... Okay, can it stop? That's so annoying.
What's it keep doing?
Did it just... Okay, this is a different tier list. What the heck? Okay. Milton's... It's... I swear... It, like, destroys mid to late game. And this thing's cheap. Like, this thing's really cheap, and it is really cost efficient. Okay, military base is really good. Military base is, like, really good. Not, like, super good, but, like, really pretty good. Because military base can kill hiddens relatively easily. And level 2 is just so cost efficient. And tanks are also really good. Like, if you need a way to deal with, like, if for some reason you're dealing with like, because this like it's just like, okay, I'm trying to find words to say. Like this is a tower that's used in hardcore. That's how good it is. I mean, I guess it's just because it fills a niche use. Because this is cheap hidden detection. Like, really cheap hidden detection. The drawback is its spawn time. Sometimes it'll just spawn after the enemies go into the base. It's so annoying. Okay, minigunner. I'm gonna be honest. Is not that much better than, okay, wait. It's better than Croc Boss. Croc Boss is not better than Militants. Okay, can I please move Croc Boss, please? No. Oh, my lord, bro. There. Minigunner, it's really good. Level 3's got some really good DPS. But besides that, sure,
what are you doing? Sorry.
Its early upgrades are pretty cheap and good. But past that, it's like, level 3 is just such a big jump in money that it's just kind of weird. But level 3 is pretty good, so it's up there, the military base. Maybe I should move Executioner down a bit. Yeah, that looks good. Let me just... Okay, can I please... Can this not be so glitchy? There. Okay, Mortar. It's so bad. Dude, Mortar... Its splash damage is like so bad. This thing has a nuke at max level, and it can't one shot a normal boss. Like if you dropped a nuke on this stupid small zombie guy, it would die. But no, it does like 70 damage.
60 actually.
60. This thing.
Don't ask me how I know that.
This thing can't. This thing 3 shots off fallen, bruh.
Like
at max level. Max level is like above like just the max level upgrade.
Like 12,000 with DJ.
12,000 without DJ. Just for the upgrade itself. That's absurd.
Don't even get me started getting to it.
Yeah, for real. All right, paintballer. Paintballer is actually really good for early game, like cheap early game. This thing's like 150 in the shop, something like that. 350, I think.
I'm pretty sure it's like 350.
So that's pretty good for cheap, like really cheap early game. I'll put it in C tier because like it gets outclassed really quickly, but like when you're starting out, this thing's really good. Okay, Pursuit is with Mortar. This thing fell off. Like when I say this thing fell off, this thing fell off. Like
also,
it used to be in its prime around the like a little bit before a little bit before the overhaul and a little bit after.
Charlie, what do you?
After Rothbug got fixed, like even that now when it can't be stunned, it's still so bad. Because its explosion damage is not good at all, and its DPS just is not super good, and its mechanic of flying around. Sure, it stops to attack the enemies, but then when they get off the range, it doesn't follow them. It just goes the other way.
Okay, so if Pursuit got a buff, one thing it needs is to follow the enemies.
Yeah, and
like it should slowly follow them.
Pyro is like meh. Normal Pyro is super meh. I'd say it's better than Mortar. But this thing has no hidden detection. Sure, it can shred crowds, but it's too expensive for that use.
What?
Okay, Ranger is also super meh. It's like bottom B tier.
It needs hidden detection.
Yeah, Ranger has no hidden detection. It's more expensive than an A-cell, yet it has the DPS of a minigunner.
85. Basic minigunner.
Yeah, 80.
Exact.
Basic minigunner has 80. And see, faster fire rate is better than slow fire rate because its DPS is more accurate because like if something moves out of the range of a ranger before it can shoot, then its DPS it's like so much worse than if it was firing the whole time. Okay, Rocketeer, absolute garbo. Like this thing sucks.
No more words. needed.
No, I'm about to go on a whole rant.
Okay.
This thing is so expensive and it does so little damage. Its splash damage is minuscule. This thing is like 20 DPS at max level. Paintballer
does better DPS.
Paintballer has better DPS. This thing is so bad. So bad. Alright, Scout. Scout's really good for what it does. It's like right there. Because, like, normal Scout is pretty good for being a basic tower. This thing, some of my friends have said they've been able to solo Molten with just Scout, which I believe. Molten mode's so easy.
Yeah.
But yeah. Shotgunner. Okay. Shotgunner is so good for what it does, for, like, what it's able to do. I think it's better than Mortar. Even Pyro.
Why is it pitch black down here?
Alright. Shotgunner.
Why are you sitting in it? I've never seen one.
Okay. Shotgunner does like so much DPS because it it can hit multiple things at once. Sure, its DPS is kind of iffy if it just kind of misses.
Iffy.
But level 2 shotgun is just so cost efficient and so cheap. All right, slasher fell off. When it was Shredder, it was like at its prime. Shredder was so good, but now it's just really bad. Like, like if this got deleted from the game, like nothing would change. Because nobody actually uses Slasher unless you missed out on Gladiator. And got Shredder instead. Alright, Sledger. Sledger is like top tier.
Yeah, Sledger is so good.
Because this thing can stun and crit. This is like, it just does so much damage and with fast fire rate. The commander just buffs this so much. It's so good. Alright. Let's see, Sniper. Sniper's really bad. Sure, it's free. But besides that, it doesn't have much going for it. Sure, it was useful in hardcore for a little bit. But, like, that's, like, a mad use. Because now there's, like, Engineer and, like, Ace Pilot's just better for that stuff. And if you're doing hardcore, if you're trying to deal with lead balloons, then Ranger's just better. Okay. Soldier, Soldier's kind of good. I'd say it's better than those two for how cheap it is. Like, it does pretty good for itself. Okay, Swarmer also goes in. I've never used this thing. Okay, Toxic Gunner fell off. Like, this thing used to be the best tower in the game. Now it's complete garbage. Like, if I'm spinning a wheel to get a tower, definitely not a hint to a video I'm making right now. I definitely have not done this video yet. I actually haven't, but it's probably coming out before this video.
Max, what are you doing here? You are literally...
Alright, Turret is actually pretty good.
Can I ask something?
No.
Fine. I'll ask you that.
Turret's really good. Alright, like, it does so much DPS. And has so much range. For, like, a level 50, that's super good. Because usually a level 50 isn't going to be able to grind for ASL. Like, most level 50s won't have the motivation to just grind for ASL. So, the Turret's a good substitute. And then I move Crook Boss. Alright, Warden. Warden's overrated. Like, it's good, but it's overrated. This thing's discount Sledger.
What? Warden?
Yeah. Because, like, so many things have energy immunity, which means that it can't stun them.
Just slow them down.
It just slows them down. Like, if you're going into Fallen mode, like, what? Like, Giant Boss and Energy Meat. Fallen has energy immunity.
Giant Boss.
I already said Giant Boss.
Oh.
Summoner Boss, if you're doing a non-enemies beta map, has energy immunity.
Fallen King?
Well,
But that's easy. But that's like...
Yeah, you can't be stunned anyways. Fallen Guardians and Fallen Heroes both have energy immunity. There's just a lot of other things that I'm probably forgetting. Those. Oh, glitches have energy immunity.
That too.
Errors have energy immunity, I think. Yeah, it's just its only use is against tank. which then it's still just discount Sledger. Sledger can deal with all the enemies that have energy immunity except for Summoner Boss, which has ice immunity. But this thing's super good for like tank, fallen guardians, like giant boss, fallens, glitches. It's just so many things this Sledger is just better for. So yeah, that's my tier list. There's the whole tier list. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. Go check out Xenoversify's tier list down below to see his opinion. He inspired me for this video, so that's why I'm linking it down below. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Big Red Burb out.
3. Nonetheless, Golden Cowboy is still a great asset. Wait.